What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're going to be going through each of the 3 variations of the brand new Neo Clash ENERU. Now, with this specific dungeon, you have to bring a Powerhouse, a Driven, and a Cerebral based team. Each of these specific dungeons will have different abilities, and we'll be going through each of their abilities when we actually go through the actual dungeons themselves. However, before that, let's actually break down the brand new Neo Clash ENERU, the character that you guys will be aiming to farm for. This character will be a trusty character in the upcoming treasure map versus Ace sometime in late June. So make sure you grab at least 1 copy of this character so that you can have another point booster trusty character for the upcoming treasure map. So let's go ahead and break down the brand new Neo Clash ENERU. So this guy is a striker driven Dex character, and a little bit of difference here from his original version. Everyone knows his original version is a quick character. This one is now a Dex character. There are no changes to his classes. One big difference straight away you can tell is the fact that at his fully evolved version, he actually has 5 socket spots, whereas the original version only had 3 socket spots. So immediately, he is insanely better than his original version. In terms of his statistical increases, his HP is actually slightly increased by 6 points. His attack is actually a little bit decreased from his original by 5 points, and the recovery is slightly increased by 7 points. So the stats are about the same, give or take, and make sure to feed him 100 recovery cotton candy like the original ENERU, because if you do need to use him as a captain, he gains 5 times his recovery as HP at the end of each turn, as well as boosting all Dex characters' attack by 2.25. So this is the exact same as the original version, except it was for quick characters, and the recovery boost is still the same, still being a 5 times multiplier boost. His special ability, which will go ahead and max out at 15 turns, where the original one will max out at 17 turns. So this guy actually gets 2-turn cooldown reduction compared to his original version. However, when you look at it, they do the exact same thing. They will cut your crew's health by 90%, to 20,000 fixed damage, 20,000 fixed damage to all enemies, and then boost the attack of either Dex or quick characters by 2 times for 1 turn. So overall, he's actually a better unit to use compared to the original version of the ENERU. However, the fact that he is a color boosting captain and a color boosting special ability, that can really determine on what kind of teams you're going to be using. The original version actually does get a limit break. I'm not too sure if it's out on global just yet, but when it does come out on global, I think it actually does make him a little bit better, or a little bit closer to the power level of the Dex Neo one. And from what we know so far, the Neo versions of these Clash units will never get a limit break. They might get one really long way into the future, but as of right now, no Neo units in the game have a limit break. So as it stands right now, the Neo version of ENERU is a straight up upgrade to his original version with some slight increases here or there, but it really depends on what kind of team you want to be running him on, either a Dex team or a quick team, and you've got 2 different types of ENERUs to fulfill those roles. So now that we've broken down these 2 characters and you guys know exactly what kind of character you'll be farming for, let's go ahead and jump into the 3 different teams against Neo Clash ENERU. So the first of these dungeons that we're going to have a look at is going to be the Powerhouse version of Neo Clash ENERU. Now before we get into that, this specific team I did not create. This team was fully created by Justin Higaki, so make sure to go ahead and check out his video. Full support to him for this specific team variation. So about this dungeon itself, so with the Neo Clash Powerhouse version of this dungeon, ENERU is going to have 3.77 million HP, and he'll attack every single turn for 6,300 damage. Now, his preemptive attack will go ahead and make it so he has a 3-turn debuff protector. He also has a damage limiter, so any damage above 5,000 is going to be sharply decreased. So you need someone to go ahead and remove the damage limiter, which in this case is going to be Beppo on this specific team here, or you can run a Blackbeard Captain, which will help you bypass that entirely. Also, as a preemptive attack, he changes all your orbs into block orbs, and he also has a 10 hit barrier for 98 turns. Now this is where Blackbeard again as a captain will bypass the damage limiter and will also go ahead and bypass the barrier that ENERU actually has. Now after the first turn of attacks, he's going to slightly increase your orbs and also make it so that you can only use 1 special per turn for 3 turns. So you want to kill him before the end of that first turn. You want to kill him in 1 turn. If you do leave him alive below 20%, he's gonna basically kill you. So make sure you are killing him in one turn. The mobs around him are very, very weak, so you don't really need to worry about those guys that much. But I'll see you guys on the other variations of Neo Clash ENERU. So the next type of dungeon we're going to be looking at is going to be the Driven class, and with this specific dungeon, a little bit different from the previous one, where NL in the Powerhouse version had 3.77 million HP. This time he's got 4 million in the Driven version. He has the same attack power of 6,300, and his preemptive attack will go ahead and give himself a 3-turn debuff protector, a full debuff protector, so you can't delay, reduce defense, poison, etc. You can't do anything to him. He also, once again, has the damage limiter, so make sure to bring someone that can bypass that or get rid of that. So Blackbeard as a captain is going to be great here, as once again he has the damage limiter and he has a 2-hit great barrier. So you need to have you need to hit 2 greats before you can start actually dealing damage to him. Also, another thing that he's going to do to your crew is he's going to make it so that tandem orbs will appear more often for 99 turns. And I believe your orbs actually get orb shuffled as well. Your captain's specials will be rewinded by 2 turns as well. And yeah, with the orb shuffle as well, with the chance of getting tandem orbs more likely, means you're going to have a lot of tandem orbs. So one unit straight away that is going to be extremely useful here is the new Rare Recruit Treble from the Doflamingo V2 batch, because his special ability is a type boost. As a sailor ability, he treats tandem as beneficial when you limit break him, so the fact that you get more tandem orbs means you get more matching orbs. And also when you use treble special, not only do you get a type boost, but he also reduces the enemy's damage limiter by I think like 3-4 turns or something like that, 2 turns, I don't know what it is, but it does remove the actual debuff that is on NL side of the field, so you can actually bypass that, so you don't need Blackbeard as a captain if you have treble as a sub, as his special ability will completely remove it. On top of treble, you want to be bringing someone like Raid Akainu or Colosseum Gladius here, as they give you color affinity and then orb boost as well, so that you don't really need a chain locker to actually, you know, hit 2 greats and then do a lot of damage to NL. Bring someone they can give a lot of different boosts to, kill him in one turn. You want to target him down, because if you don't kill him, he does a lot of bad debuffs to your crew. Once again, below 20%, he will instantly kill you, so you have to basically kill him in a single turn and you're going to be good there. As I said, the mobs are really inconsequential, they don't really do much to your crew. But I'll see you guys in the final version of Neo Clash NL. And the last variation we're going to discuss is going to be the Cerebral version. Now, I think a lot of people are going to struggle really like a lot with this one, because Cerebral don't really have that many good free-to-play characters at this current time, so I think that a lot of people will kind of struggle with the Cerebral version. But let's just discuss this dungeon. He has 4 million health and 6,300 damage, very similar to the Driven version, although his preemptive attack is slightly different. So he has the 3-turn debuff protector. He will also have the damage limiter for 3 turns. He actually gives himself an attack up boost, a 1.5 times attack boost to his side of the field for 4 turns. And also he has a damage shield, so he has a barrier that will go ahead and give him an additional amount of health. I believe it's 350,000 additional health that he gets given to his barrier, so that's something that you do have to take note of as well, is that you have to deal 350,000 damage before you actually start dealing damage to NL himself. Also, all your orbs are turned into bomb orbs, and you get a 3-turn orb lock. However, what will happen is after the first turn, he will change all your orbs into block orbs, and whenever you go ahead and remove your orbs or manipulate your orbs, he will then go ahead and cut your health significantly, and then he'll go ahead and change your orbs back to block. I believe he only does it 1 time throughout the whole run, so make sure you get it out of the way quickly. You see in this specific variation of my team, I use Kuma on turn 2, so he can cut my health, and then Khalifa will allow me to take damage, and then I use Corazon here to heal back up, take another hit, and then burst on that turn once his damage limiter is removed. Another unit that if you do have 20th anniversary Nami, she is phenomenal for this dungeon, as she is a strength unit helping you take down NL. but she has a special ability that removes 3 turns of damage limiter. So if you do have 20th anniversary Nami on your Cerebral team, you can go ahead and burst on turn 1. You don't really have to worry about that damage limiter. If you don't have that 20th anniversary Nami, like a lot of people don't have that unit, then you do have to try and stall out that damage limiter for 3 turns, and then you can start bursting down against NL. But these have been my 3 teams against Neo Clash NL. Make sure to go ahead and farm him up, guys. As I mentioned at the start of the video, he is going to be a trusty character for the Treasure Map Ace event, so make sure to go ahead and pick up at least 1 copy of this character. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to smack the like button down below, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.